What's going on out there, everybody? Alan D9J Sports. Hey, we're right back at it with another show. We've got a good one lined up for you this afternoon, so sit back wherever you're at and let's get into it. We're going to be talking about college football. It's on the brink of its return, and we're going to be headed out to the Big 12 and discuss the Colorado Buffaloes and Coach Prime and what they have looked for us in the 2025 season and what can we expect from the Buffaloes. So let's jump right into it. So, as I said, the Colorado Buffaloes are going to be starting this 2025 season off. And let's start at the top, man. You know that the Colorado Buffaloes had a tremendous season last year from where they came from the year prior to that and then the year prior to that. We know that the Colorado Buffaloes are must-watch TV. They were must-watch TV last season, and we're definitely want to see what they got coming up for this 2025 season. Losing players like Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders, Shiloh Sanders, so many more players that they lost. We know right off of the bat that they're going to have to replace Travis Hunter. We know just on the bottom part, we know that it's going to take two people because he started at wideout and he started at cornerback. But for the way the young man played, one of the most electrifying college football players that we've ever seen, and for him to do the things on the team for the Colorado Buffaloes, the way he done last year, as far as I'm concerned, it's going to take at least three people to replace this young man. And now they do have some returning wideouts that are going to be coming back on that side of the ball. They've got Omarion Miller. He's got plenty of playing time in him. They've got Joseph Williams. He's going to be able to try to step in and get the job done for guys like Jimmy Horn Jr. who's gone. And, of course, we've got a member of our own from the 409, Draylon Miller, who's going to be stepping back in again for year two. And knowing this young man and seeing him and being around him here in the 409, we know that Draylon Miller constantly is getting better and better. We watched him as a young kid from Pee Wee all the way through high school, and to start the season off last year as a starter in the very first game and to be productive throughout the season. So we know that he's going to be putting his best foot forward. So now let's go to the quarterback position. Now we know Shedeur Sanders and everything that happened with him in the draft. But, hey, Shedeur Sanders played some tremendous football for the Colorado Buffaloes. And, I mean, he had those 2 years, and he didn't have an offensive line that could protect him, but yet he was still able to get the job done. Now battling it out for the job at quarterback, you've got Juju Lewis, the 4-star recruit. And you also have Caden Sater, who's going to be battling it out. And that's one thing that I love about college football and all sports. When nobody's just giving you the job, you're going to have to battle it out. And they've got some big shoes that they're going to have to fill at the QB position. I'm here to tell you right now, they did add some more pieces. They added something I would consider the one thing that the Colorado, well, two things that the Colorado Buffaloes that we all know played a big factor in each one of the seasons that we've seen Coach Prime there. Number one, the offensive line, and goes hand in hand with that offensive line is the lack of a running game. It's the lack of a running game and that line not being able to protect and not being able to open up holes when needed against teams in the Big 12. So now the Colorado Buffaloes and Coach Prime went out and got another Hall of Fame on his staff. He's got another Hall of Famer. There's no one like Marshall Faulk, one of the most electrifying college football players, and we know he didn't go to the Hall of Fame for no reason. He was one of the best backs that you'd ever want to see. I would tell you now I'd be hard-pressed if I had to pick a team and I had to pick just an all-around running back that it wouldn't be Marshall Faulk. But he isn't going to be on the field. He's going to be coaching. So we're going to see. I'm looking for the offensive line to be better. You know, it's a building thing. It's a building thing. You're not going to win or get things correct right off the bat. But this is Coach Prime's third year. And I will tell you right now that Coach Prime is going to have to do a hell of a coaching job because, you know, it's going to have to be about the team this time. And not to say that it wasn't before, but you get my drift because when you got players like Travis Hunter, man, those individual electrifying players who made so many outstanding, tremendous plays, you can just go back to won 9 games last season. So you can credit at least at least 4 of those games to Travis Hunter and the quarterback just for the way they were playing, and especially Travis Hunter, man, the way he was doing so. Now it's going to be a team effort. It's going to take a team effort from the players. It's going to take a team effort from the coaching staff. And also, it's going to take a team effort from the fans. But we know the Colorado Buffalo fans they're all in, man. And that's what you want to see. They're all in. Now, sitting at the top of the conference, they got the Baylor Bears, and the Colorado Buffaloes were in a great one last year against Baylor. And then they've got BYU is I think third in the conference. And BYU handed it to them pretty good in the bowl game. And they've got the Cincinnati Bearcats. And if you watch my show, you know I love the Cincinnati Bearcats and their coaching staff. So that's what we're going to be looking forward with the Colorado Buffaloes. Now, can Coach Prime and his staff put it together? We know they've got a new strength and conditioning coaching. There are also many. He's plugging all of the people in where he needs to plug them in, especially the coaching staff. He's plugging them in. But once again, the key to his success in the Colorado Buffaloes is going to be about that offensive line being able to protect. Now, back to the quarterback position. Juju Lewis and Slater, they're going to be battling out. Somebody's going to have to get out there. And I'm quite sure Coach Prime is going to pick one. I'm sure they're not going to be like a lot of teams that want to try to run 2 quarterbacks until they get down the line and figure one. No, I think they're going to come right out of the bat and they're going to pick a quarterback, the 4-star recruit, but this ain't high school. You know what I'm saying? This is not high school. This is not high school, nothing not to take away from the young man, but this is going to be big time, and I do mean big time college football. He's never been on a stage like this. I don't care how much recruiting, how many camps he went to, or what. This is big time college football. Big time college football, and every time that they step out on the field, the Colorado, let's be honest. The Colorado Buffaloes were much watching. Everybody that came in to play the Colorado Buffaloes over the past 2 seasons, they played some of their best football. Now, I don't know why you think that's going to change. I don't know why you think it's going to change. So they're going to have to be ready. And you get down and fill in the quarterback position, really, but not only for the Colorado Buffaloes out there, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter what team you're on. When you got and when you don't have a quarterback, you pretty much don't have a team. And if you think I'm lying, check out your high school football team this year. You check them out. See, because they're not when you go to the NFL, if they don't have a quarterback, then they generally don't do that well. If you don't have an offensive line, you don't. And if you can't run the football, you tell me a team in high school, college, or whatever that they're able to run the football and they get it done. It doesn't happen like that. You got to be able to run the football. You got to be able to run the football. You got to be able to pass protect. And we know that the hardest thing out there to find is those offensive linemen. Those are the hardest thing to find. Now, Coach Prime's had 3 years. And from where he came from, where he started up his first season up until now, he's made some improvements. And those are the things that we're going to be watching. The whole country is going to be watching the offensive line. Can they keep the quarterback, whoever it may be, upright? And let's just remember, a lot of teams out there are unfortunate, like the Texas Longhorns, to have somebody like Arch Manning going to be stepping in after Quinn Ewers leave. I think that probably is going to be a better quarterback. So we don't know. We're going to see what's going to happen. So the Colorado Buffaloes in the Big 12, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait for it all to start, ladies and gentlemen. And I know Coach Sapp is going to have them boys. They're going to be out there trying to hunt. And we know they're going to be in shape. And the next thing is Coach Prime. Just keep on hanging in there, brother. Keep on hanging in there, man. It's good to see him back. Hope his health hangs in there so he can make it through the season. So the Colorado Buffaloes are picked third. So third or fourth in come. So let's see. They're picked fourth. Let's see if Coach Deion Primetime Sanders can really do the unexpected. Because you know a lot of people ain't expecting to do it without these players. You know they're going to be watching Coach Prime and they're going to go down on regardless. But Coach Deion Sanders and all his whole Hall of Fame coaches continue to turn the tide for the Colorado Buffaloes. Alan D9J Sports. I'm definitely out.